Hey, you're here for a reason. Something bigger than the two of us has brought you to this moment. You're in creator mode, and if you're still with us, it's 'cause you've been chosen. But before we go any further, let's clear something up. Who are they? Is this some cryptic force, some hidden power watching your every move? The truth is, you're here for a reason. Something bigger than you and me has guided you to this moment. You've entered creator mode, and if you're still watching, it's because you've been chosen. Before we go any further, let's clear something up. Who are they? Is this some cryptic force, some hidden power watching your every move? The truth is, deeper than that. They are not an external force, some shadowy figures pulling strings. They are the universe. They are the energy that runs through all things. They are the collective consciousness of all that has ever existed and will ever exist. And now, they have chosen you. Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons. You're not just another person. You're not just another person, scrolling through life and passively consuming information that you've been activated, and you're now in the driver's seat of your own reality. But what does creator mode mean? It means that from this moment on, you're no longer bound by the rules that confine most people. You're no longer a victim of circumstance, tossed around by the winds of fate. You are the architect of your own universe. Think about it. How often do you feel like life is happening to you, like you're being pushed in directions you didn't choose? Well, that ends now. The moment you entered this space, you crossed a threshold. You've been given access to the same energy that drives the stars, that moves the oceans, and breathes life into this planet. You have the ability to shape and bend reality. Universe, think about it. How often do you feel like life is happening to you, like you're being pushed in directions you didn't choose? Well, that ends now. Because the moment you entered this space, you crossed a threshold. You've been given access to the same energy that drives the stars, that moves the oceans, and breathes life into this planet. You have the ability to shape and bend reality itself. But the question is, are you ready for that kind of responsibility? The first thing you need to understand about creator mode is that it's not a gift, it's a challenge. You've been chosen because you're ready for this, even if you don't fully realize it yet. You're ready to step into your power. But with great power comes great responsibility. The universe has been watching you, testing you, and getting you ready for this moment. If you're feeling uneasy, that's normal. Deep down, you know that once you embrace this, there's no going back. Now, let's get practical. How do you enter creator mode? How do you start manifesting your own reality? It starts with your perception. Most people live their lives, you know that feeling when you're testing the limits of something and you feel a bit uneasy. Well, that's normal. You know that feeling when you're about to take a leap of faith and you're thinking, what if this doesn't work out? Well, that's normal too. Now, let's talk about how to actually get into creator mode. How do you start manifesting your own reality? It starts with your perception. Most people live their lives seeing the world through a foggy lens. They see limitations, obstacles, reasons why things won't work out. But in creator mode, you don't see limitations. You see opportunities. Every challenge becomes a stepping stone. Every setback becomes fuel for your growth. You stop asking, why is this happening to me, and start asking, how can I use this? You see, when you're in creator mode, you see that nothing is wasted. Every experience, every emotion, and every moment becomes a tool for creation. You stop being reactive and start being proactive. You stop waiting for the universe to hand you what you want and start taking action, knowing that the universe is working with you, not against you. But here's the twist, you're not creating in isolation. You're co-creating with the universe. When you're in creator mode, you don't waste anything. Every experience, every emotion, and every moment becomes a tool for creation. You stop being reactive and start being proactive. You stop waiting for the universe to hand you what you want and start taking action, knowing that the universe is working with you, not against you. But here's the twist, you're not creating in isolation. You're creating with the universe. And this is where they come back into the picture. They are the subtle forces, the synchronicities, the whispers of intuition that guide you. You've probably already had moments where you felt this, where things just seemed to align perfectly, where the right person, the right opportunity, the right idea came to you at exactly the right time. That's not a coincidence. That's the universe stepping in to say, we're with you. Keep going. But here's the big question, how do you know if you're truly in alignment with this universal flow? How do you know if you're really co-creating with the universe? So, are you creating, or are you just forcing things to happen? Well, the answer is actually pretty simple, but it's also pretty profound. You know you're in the right headspace when things just feel effortless. But that's not to say there won't be any challenges. It just means you can handle those challenges with a sense of calm and certainty. You know deep down that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You don't need to control or manipulate. You trust the process because you trust yourself. This is where a lot of people struggle. They want to control every detail. They want to force reality to conform to their idea of how things should be. But in creator mode, you don't force. You flow. You set your intention. You take inspired action, and then you don't need to control or manipulate. You trust the process because you trust yourself. This is where a lot of people struggle. They want to control every detail and force reality to conform to their idea of how things should be. But in creator mode, you don't force your flow. You set your intention, you take inspired action, and then you let go. You trust that the universe is handling the how while you focus on the why. And the why is everything, my friend. Why do you want to create? Why do you want to manifest your desires? Is it for personal gain? Is it to prove something to others? Or is it because you feel a deep calling to create something bigger than yourself? Here's the truth, the more your creations align with the greater good, the more power you'll have. The universe isn't into ego-driven stuff or selfish desires. But when you create from a place of love and genuine service to others, the universe will move mountains to support you. At the end of the day, we're all part of the same. When you're in creator mode, you're not just living in your head, you're living in your body too. You're not just thinking about what you want, you're actually doing it. And when you do that, the universe is on your side. It's like you're part of the same fabric of existence. When you help others, you're helping yourself. When you contribute to the collective contributes to you. Now, let's dive deeper. What does it actually feel like to be in creator mode? It feels like a state of flow, where time seems to disappear. You're so immersed in the act of creation that everything else just fades away. It feels like being fully present, fully alive, and fully connected to the moment. It feels like a deep sense of peace, even when life is chaotic. When you're in creator mode, you're not just reacting to the outside world, you're shaping it from within. But here's the thing, you're still human, so you're going to have moments of doubt. You're going to have moments of doubt, moments where you question yourself, moments where you feel like you've lost your way. That's part of the journey. Creator mode doesn't mean you're immune to challenges, it means you're equipped to handle them in a whole new way. It means you have the tools to navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and wisdom. It means you're no longer at the mercy of your circumstances. Mercy of your circumstances because you've learned how to shape your circumstances from the inside out. So here's my question to you. Are you willing to let go of your old identity, the one that's been conditioned to believe in limitations, and step fully into your power as a creator? Are you ready to embrace the unknown, to trust the process, you've learned to shape your circumstances from the inside out? So let's talk about what you're willing to do next. Are you ready to let go of your old identity and fully embrace your power as a creator? Are you ready to step into the unknown, trust the process, and create with the universe in ways you've never imagined? If you're seeing this, it means you're ready. So, the big question is, are you ready? Now that you're in creator mode, the next step is learning how to connect with the silent forces guiding you. These forces are always present, always working behind the scenes, but most people are too distracted to notice them. You've probably felt their presence before, in those moments of intuition and knowing. You've probably felt those moments of intuition or just felt like something or someone is guiding you, even if you don't know why. Those aren't random feelings. They're the whispers of the universe, the subtle nudges that are constantly pointing you in the right direction. But here's the thing, the universe doesn't shout. It doesn't force its way into your consciousness. It speaks softly in the spaces between your thoughts, in the quiet moments when you're fully present. And this is where most people miss the message. They're so caught up when you feel like something or someone is guiding you. Well, those aren't just random feelings. They're actually the whispers of the universe, the subtle nudges that are constantly pointing you in the right direction. But here's the thing, the universe doesn't shout. It doesn't force its way into your consciousness. It speaks softly in the spaces between your thoughts, in the quiet moments when you're fully present. And this is where most people miss the message. They're so caught up in the noise of their own minds and the chaos of their daily lives that they drown out the very guidance they're seeking. So, how do you tune in? How do you hear the whispers of the universe amidst the noise? It starts with stillness. In creator mode, you must cultivate a practice of stillness, whether it's through meditation, mindful breathing, or simply taking a few moments each day to be fully present. When you quiet the mind, you create space for the universe to speak. When you quiet your mind, you'll start to notice the signs, the synchronicities, and the subtle messages that are always there, guiding you toward your highest potential. But here's the key, you must trust what you hear. Too often, people receive these messages but dismiss them as mere coincidences or random thoughts. They doubt their intuition and second-guess their inner knowing. But in creator mode, doubt is your biggest enemy. You must learn to trust yourself and trust the universe. When you pay attention, you'll start to notice the signs, synchronicities, and subtle messages that are always there, guiding you toward your highest potential. But here's the key, you have to trust what you hear. People often receive these messages but dismiss them as mere coincidences or random thoughts. They doubt their intuition and second-guess their inner knowing. But in creator mode, doubt is your biggest enemy. You have to learn to trust yourself and the guidance you receive, even when it doesn't make logical sense. The universe doesn't operate according to human logic, it operates according to a higher intelligence that sees the full picture. Now, let's get practical. How do you start recognizing these signs? How do you differentiate between a random thought and genuine guidance? It comes down to feeling. When you receive true guidance from the universe, it comes with a sense of calm, certainty, and peace. So, how do you tell the difference between the real deal and a random thought? Well, it's all about your gut. When you're getting genuine guidance from the universe, it feels like a weight has been lifted, like you're seeing things clearly and feeling at ease. But when it's a thought stemming from fear, doubt, or ego, it feels heavy, restrictive, and tense. So, pay attention to how your body responds when you're receiving these messages. Your body is a pretty reliable indicator of what's real and what's not. But here's where it can get a bit tricky. The guidance you receive might push you out of your comfort zone, ask you to do things that scare you, challenge you, or make you let go of things you're used to. It feels light, expansive, and aligned. But when a thought comes from fear, doubt, or ego, it feels heavy, constricting, and full of tension. Pay attention to how your body feels when you receive a message. Your body is a powerful tool for discernment. But here's where it gets tricky, the guidance you receive will push you out of your comfort zone. It will ask you to do things that scare you, things that challenge you, things that require you to let go of control. And this is where many people turn back. They feel the fear and assume that it's a sign to stop. But in creator mode, fear is not a stop sign, it's a green light. It's a signal that you're about to step into something bigger than yourself, something that will stretch you, grow you, and ultimately elevate you. So here's my next deep question for you. Are you willing to trust the guidance you receive, even when it scares you and doesn't make sense? To your logical mind, this might seem like a hard sell. You'll have to let go of everything you thought you knew. This is the true test of creator mode. It's not about creating a comfortable life. It's about creating a life that's in alignment with your highest potential. And sometimes, that means walking a path that others can't see or understand. But here's the beauty of it: when you start following this guidance, when you start trusting the silent forces that are always guiding you, when you start following this guidance and trust the silent forces that are always guiding you, life becomes magical. Synchronicities become the norm. Doors open where there were once walls. Opportunities appear out of nowhere. The more you trust, the more the universe responds. It's like a dance: you take a step, the universe takes a step; you make a move, the universe moves with you. But remember, this is not a passive process. In creator mode, you're an active participant in your own evolution. You're not sitting back, waiting for the universe to hand you what you want. You're co-creating your life. It becomes magical. Synchronicities become the norm. Doors open where there were once walls. Opportunities appear out of nowhere. And the more you trust, the more the universe responds. It's like a dance: you take a step, the universe takes a step; you make a move, the universe moves with you. But remember, this is not a passive process. In creator mode, you're an active participant in your own evolution. You're not sitting back waiting for the universe to hand you what you want. You're co-creating with it every step of the way. You're listening, trusting, and taking inspired action. And the more you do this, the more you'll start to see the power you hold. Now, let's talk about the role of faith in all of this. Faith is not just a religious concept, it's a fundamental principle of creation. Faith is the belief in things unseen. It's the knowledge that even when you can't see the full picture, everything is unfolding exactly as it should. In creator mode, faith is your anchor. It's what keeps you grounded when things don't go according to plan and when the path seems unclear. When you're not sure about something, it's hard to trust yourself. You might always wonder if you're doing the right thing. But when you have faith, you feel at ease and sure about what you're doing. You know the universe has your back. So, how do you build that faith? It starts with small steps. Every time you trust your gut or follow the guidance you get, you're making that faith stronger. Over time, as you see the results of your trust, your faith grows. You start to see that the universe is always working for you. When things don't seem to be going your way, it's important to keep your eyes on the big picture. You'll start to see all the little signs and coincidences that are working together to create your reality. But here's the thing: faith doesn't mean you won't have to deal with challenges. In fact, they're actually part of the process. They're there to help you grow, evolve, and tap into your full potential as a creator. So, the next time you face a challenge, don't see it as a roadblock. Ask yourself, what am I learning from this challenge? How can I use it to become stronger, wiser, and more in tune with my true self? Now that you've entered creator mode and learned to connect with the silent forces guiding you, the next step is mastering the art of manifestation. Manifestation isn't just about thinking positive thoughts and hoping for the best. It's a science, a process, a deliberate act of creation. When you're in creator mode, you have the power to manifest anything you desire, if you know how to do it consciously. The first thing you need to understand about manifestation is that thoughts are energy. Every thought you think sends out a vibration into the universe, and that vibration, the law of attraction, says that you attract experiences, people, and circumstances that match its frequency. But most people don't understand that this isn't as simple as just thinking positive thoughts and automatically attracting positive outcomes. When you're in creator mode, it's not just your thoughts that matter, it's your beliefs, emotions, and actions. You can think positive thoughts all day long, but if you don't believe that what you want is possible, or if you're constantly feeling fear, doubt, or lack, you'll continue. A lot of people have a hard time with manifestation because they're all about the surface, but they're missing the deeper energetic stuff. So, how do you manifest something on purpose? You've got to be super clear about what you want. If your desires are vague, you'll get vague results. The universe is all about specifics, intention, and focus. So ask yourself, what do I truly want? Not what society tells you to want, not what your ego thinks you should want, but what your soul wants. If you really want something, first get clear on what that is, and then make sure your thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and actions are in line with it. Then, you've got to feel like your desire has already manifested. This is where a lot of people get stuck. They think they need to wait for their desire to show up before they can feel happy, grateful, or excited. But when you're in creator mode, you understand that feeling comes first. You gotta generate the emotions of having already received what you want before it actually shows up in your reality. That's the secret to manifestation. When you feel like your desire is, you've already got the vibe going on, and it's drawing you in. But here's the thing, you can't fake it. You can't put on a happy face or be grateful all day while secretly doubting that your heart's desire will ever come true. The universe doesn't respond to what you say, it responds to what you truly feel. Here's the deal, you can't fake the vibe that attracts what you want. You can't just act happy or grateful and secretly doubt that your desire will ever come true. The universe doesn't respond to what you say, it responds to what you truly believe and feel. So, if you're struggling to feel that way, it's a sign that there's some deeper inner work to be done. You may need to identify and release old beliefs, fears, or doubts that are blocking you from fully stepping into the energy of your desire. This is where it's all about being aware. When you're in creator mode, you've got to pay close attention to your inner world. Keep an eye on your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs and ask yourself if they're in line with what you want to create. If they're not, you've got to make a conscious shift. This might mean changing a negative thought, letting go of a limiting belief, or simply choosing to feel grateful in the moment, even when things aren't perfect. And here's the last piece, action. Manifestation isn't just a mental process, it's a physical one. You've got to take inspired action toward your desires. This doesn't mean forcing things to happen or hustling non-stop. Stop and tune into your intuition. Listen to the guidance of the universe and take action. When you take action from a place of alignment, things start to move quickly. Doors open, opportunities appear, and the universe conspires to bring you exactly what you need. But remember, there's no rush. In creator mode, you understand that everything happens in divine timing. You don't need to force or push, you simply stop. This means tuning into your intuition, listening to the guidance of the universe, and acting on it. When you take action from a place of alignment, things start to move quickly. Doors open, opportunities appear, and the universe conspires to bring you exactly what you need. But remember, there's no rush. In creator mode, you understand that everything happens in divine timing. You don't need to force or push yourself. You simply need to trust, align, and take inspired action. And when you do this consistently, you'll start to see the results of your efforts. You'll start to see that you truly are the creator of your own reality. So here's my final deep question for you, what are you ready to create? What life are you ready to manifest now that you've entered creator mode? Because the universe is listening. The only thing left is for you to decide.